Yeah, what's good, everybody? The Rebuttal Entertainment coming back at y'all with another one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and we will truly appreciate it. Well, let's get to it. Where the hell is Keith One Time Thurman? One of my favorite fighters. You know what I mean? Because all I see now is Crawford, Spence. Both of them done beat Keith Thurman leftovers. Yes, before Earl beat Danny, Thurman beat him. Before Earl beat Porter, Thurman beat him. Before Crawford beat Porter, Thurman beat him. You know what I mean? So what does that tell you guys? I mean, do we really know who's the best at 47 just by the eye test and just because Crawford just beat a guy that three people done already beat in terms of Kell Brook, Thurman, and Spence, and just because he knocked them out, was Shawn already contemplating retirement after the Spence fight, like he said? I mean, was Shawn Porter washed? I say no, but it is what it is. That's what people starting to say now. Don't try to take Terrence Crawford victory away from him because Terrence Crawford is starting to look like a real good fighter. You know what I mean? But before they beat them guys, Keith Thurman beat them all. You know what I mean? So they say Keith Thurman is fighting in January. He has a fight in January. It was either before Christmas or January. That's what Keith Thurman said out his mouth. Al told him. But who would it be? Who is one time coming back and fight? Because we can't keep waiting on him. You know what I mean? When you're not fighting, time go past, then you out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? But as people will always say, he beat these fighters before the other fighters beat him. So in terms of Crawford and Earl fighting Keith Thurman, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Because Earl hate him, and Crawford probably move up to 54 by the time Thurman get right back in the ring, man. So I really don't know unless them three people fight each other, who's the best at 47. I'm not gonna go by the eye test and all that just because Crawford did it better, knocked Shawn out. I think Shawn was already gone. He just got the last paycheck, like he said. You know what I mean? And personally, Shawn was winning the fight. But it's 12 rounds in a fight. And Crawford showed, that he's a skilled fighter. And then you come in there throwing that wild hangovers and them head down, he's gonna tag your ass and get you up out of there. And that's what he did. He did his job. So in terms of Earl Spence, Spence got to come back. He say he don't need no tune up. Yes, you do. You know what I mean? You done been in the car accident. You done got your eye fucked all up. And it's time for you to get a tune up, and then we'll see where you go from there. But after that, you need to fight Terrence Crawford, man. It's time for you guys to swallow your pride, swallow your ego, and let's see who's the best at 47. You know what I mean? Because I know the guy's not going to fight because I'm going to tell you why. It's going to be a money thing. Oh, Spence, I got 2 belts. Crawford, I got 1 belt. That's why I would love to see Terrence Crawford fight Adonis Ugas first, and maybe he can get that belt, but that's a hard fight. You know, that Cuban style is a hard fight. But if he were to get that fight, then it'd be 50-50. I'd be like, look, you got two, 50-50 fight, rematch, 60-40, or whatever you want to do it. Let's break it down and get the fans what they really want. You know what I mean? So Thurman haven't fought Crawford. He haven't fought Spence. So then you guys won't be fighting no Thurman leftovers. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. It's time for you guys to get in here and fight. It's time for these fans to stop saying, making these guys guard until they get in the ring and swing. Because we all want to see the best fight the best. We don't want no fanboys. We don't want none of this stuff. Let these fighters get in here and show everybody what they made of. Instead of talking and disrespecting the fighters and all this stuff, let them get in here and do their job, man. We never know. Keith Thurman might not even come back. So he's sitting there, just had a baby, had a $9 million paycheck with Manny Pacquiao. So we never know, man. He might just go on broadcasting, and him and Shawn Porter could be sitting together broadcasting the fights together. We would never know. But I do know this: if Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford don't fight each other next year, they won't fight unless it's at 54. Done deal. Because Spence cannot continue to force himself to make that weight. Earl Spence is a big boy, and he's killing and draining himself just to stay at 47. I would have been left and moved up. You know what I mean? And Terrence Crawford, practice with your pre-champ. You say you calling everybody out. You know what I mean? We got Boots in it. We got Virgil Ortiz. I mean, we got them young Hucklebucks up there that's still waiting on you. And if you don't want, you know, fight the young Hucklebucks, move up. Dare to be great. They getting on Canelo for daring to be great, but at least he dared to be great. Tank Davis moved up and dared to be great, went to 140. So, hey, if there's nothing at 47 for you anymore, bud, move up to 54. Dare to be great. Let's see. All these guys say you the baddest man in the world and all this stuff. Go up here to 54 and show us that you daring to be great. You're gonna go up there and take on a new challenge. Cause if Spence not gonna fight you, Thurman is hibernating, and you're not gonna fight the young guns. It's time for you to move up or go fight Josh Taylor, one or the other, man. We do not want to see these top fighters fighting C and D class fighter anymore. You know what I mean? Even if you're coming in for a tune-up, we want to see you fight B class fighters. I'm talking about Spence and Thurman. Other than that, we don't want to see you fighting. And the WBA need to be banned. Because ain't no way Ugas need to be in some damn tournament with their belt. Don Ugas should even be fighting Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. Or they need to move on with that, man. Because some of these sanctioning bodies just have too much power to regulate these fighters, to make these fighters do whatever they want to do. Now they talking about Castano and Charlo might fight now, but it's still up to the IBF. I mean, this stuff is just getting ridiculous, man. So I say that to say this, man. Keith Thurman might not come back. He's the third best fighter at 47 right now because he ain't been fighting. So it's Earl and Crawford. And if they're not going to get it on, both of them need to move up. Because there's nothing else Earl can do at 47 unless he's going to fight Adonis Ugas. There's nothing Crawford going to do at 47 unless he's going to fight Thurman or Ugas. But like I said, Thurman is retired as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And Ugas is, like I said, in the tournament, man. So it's just so fucking complicated, and they making it complicated because it's all about money. It's all about money, and they messing up the sport of boxing just in terms of when we think boxing is coming back. Boxing is coming back, man. You see all these great fights we got coming up, Fulton and all these guys, and Tank coming up, Devin coming up. I mean, come on, Brandon Figueroa. I mean, we got a lot of Teofimo Lopez. We got a lot of fights coming up, man. A lot of good fights. So why can't we make these good fights at welterweight? You know what I mean? Sean Porter and his daddy, all right, they did what they did. They said what they said, and it's over. You know what I mean? He threw the towel in, tried to save his son, but we all disagree. You know what I mean? Because Sean already knew this was going to be his last fight. That's what he said. He thought Earl Spence was going to be his last fight. So what he should have did, like you said, he didn't communicate. He should have told his father, Dad, this is going to be my last fight, so let me go out on my shield no matter what happens. But, that's why you can't have no fathers. You can't have no fathers as your trainer. Especially, because the fathers, if they see you bang with some father, because I seen a fight, the other father won't let his son die up in that ring. Oh, he's going to come back, stuff like that, man. But it is what it is, man. These guys need to get in the ring. They need to stop talking trash and get in there and swing, man, and make all the fights. This is what you do. You make all the fights 50-50. Unless they fighting a well-deserved underdog or something like that. Earl, Bud, 50-50. The winner get the latter portion of the money. I mean, that'll make them fight better, harder right there. Instead of them crying, you 60-40 or 70-30, man, I'm the champ. You only beat Sean Porter, a guy that I already beat. Well, Earl, you done beat Sean Porter, a guy Keith Thurman already beat. Well, Earl, you done beat Danny Garcia, a guy Keith Thurman already beat. So we can go on and on back with this stuff. So you notice the name that keeps getting into this? Keith one-time Thurman. So until he come back and y'all beat him, really, y'all both are fighting his leftovers. You both have fought his leftover, and we're going to leave that just like that. And it is what it is, man. Crawford, fight somebody or move up. Don't wait on Earl. Don't wait on Thurman. If you're not gonna fight Boots, Ennis, or Ortiz, or Josh Taylor, it's time for you to move up to 54 because we want to see these fights. You're 34 years old, I think now, and you ain't getting no younger, champ. You ain't getting no younger. So Earl gonna need a tune up, even though he don't think he's gonna need a tune up. He need to test that eye out and see if it's, see what's going on with the eye. He might be emotionally distressed. We don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of fighters cover that shit up. We don't know what's going on with it. He might not even, once he get hit on, he might start thinking about the eye. So yeah, get a tune up, Earl, before you get back, man. So I'm saying this to say to all these fighters at 47 and everybody on, fight the best. Make your promoters put you in the ring with the best fighters so you can get the best amount of money, the full amount of money you want. And we all can go and say, oh man, he fought this guy. Oh man, he fought that guy. That's what we were talking about. But until then, y'all fighting Keith Thurman leftovers. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend of Rebuttal Entertainment. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.